If you live in River Edge, there's a good chance you've driven past historic Newbridge Landing many times. And at first glance, you might just see a few old buildings and historic marker. But this is one of the most important landmarks in River Edge, and really one of the most important historic sites in all of Bergen County. The story goes back to the early development when the Hackensack River was a major part of daily life. Before highways, before modern bridges, before River Edge became the suburban town we know today, river crossings were extremely important. They connected communities, farms, mills, churches, and trade routes. This area became known because of the crossing at Newbridge, which was built in the 1700s. And during the American Revolution, that bridge became much more than a local crossing. In November of 1776, after the British captured Fort Lee, George Washington and the Continental Army retreated across the new bridge. That retreat helped keep the Army alive at a very dangerous point in the war. That is why Newbridge is often connected to the phrase, the bridge that saved a nation. Think about that for a second. This quiet spot in River Edge was part of a major turning point in American history. And it was not just one event. The Newbridge area was used throughout the Revolutionary War because of the location. Armies moved through here. Troops camped nearby. The buildings and river crossings were part of the military activity in this part of Bergen County. One of the most important buildings on the site is the Zabriskie-Steuben House. It dates back to the 1700s and is one key historic home at Newbridge Landing. During the Revolutionary War, it was connected to military use. It was later associated with Baron von Steuben, the Prussian officer who helped train the Continental Army. This site also includes the Campbell-Christie House, another historic home that gives visitors a look at early Bergen County life. Then there's the Demarest House Museum, the Westervelt-Thomas Barn, and a recreated Dutch out kitchen. Together, these buildings help to tell the story of how people lived, worked, cooked, traveled, and survived in this area hundreds of years ago. That is what makes historic Newbridge Landing so important. It's not just about one house. It's not just about one battle. It's not just about one famous person. It's a place where you can see several layers of history at once. Early Dutch settlement, riverfront life, Revolutionary War history, Bergen County architecture, and the development of the community that eventually became River Edge. But when you understand the history, you realize River Edge is not just a convenient Bergen County suburb, schools, parks, and commute to the city. River Edge has a real history, and historic Newbridge Landing is one of the best reminders of that. So if you've never visited or if you've only driven past it, it is worth taking a closer look. Walk the grounds, visit during one of their events, learn about the buildings, and see how much history is sitting right here in River Edge. Because this is not just a landmark. It's one of the places that helps explain why River Edge matters.